there, my name is Laura Jean, and I am so excited to be starting this new journey with you. Whether you're listening on podcast or on YouTube, I'm so excited for you to be following along this journey. And I wanted to take the time at the beginning to introduce myself, where I'm coming from, and share a little bit more about my heart behind the BLVED Collective, what I do, and why I do it. So let's just dive right in. So I fell in love with theology and John Paul II's teachings at a very young age. I was super blessed to be introduced to it when I was around 12 years old, and that really helped my immersion into it. I decided to study it in college and in grad school because I wasn't done learning. So I went off to grad school at the International Theological Institute, which is located in Trumau, Austria. So I graduated college and flew halfway around the world to study marriage and family because I just fell in love with learning about the human person, specifically in the way of theology, because there's so much to be learned there. And while I was there, I was just so struck by the gift it was to be learning what I was learning as a young single woman. I really appreciated learning the things I was learning as a single person because I knew that it was going to change and influence every relationship I had moving forward. So I was so blessed to be there at that point in my life. And learning all of these things, I had questions answered I didn't even know I had. And being blessed to learn that in the stage I was in made me think about how I could hand it on myself. And so that's kind of why I am here starting the BLVED Collective, to be here for you, whether you're in the stages before marriage, maybe you're single, maybe you're dating, and maybe you found the one and you're just now engaged. I want to be here in this space with you, to share with you everything that I've learned and to help you along the journey. And to help me on that journey with you, I have picked a few patron saints for the BLVED Collective. John Paul II, of course, he's my man, because of all of his wonderful teachings on the human person. He spoke specifically to young people and to women, which was really influential. And so John Paul II is a huge one. And then I have Louis and Zélie Martin, St. Teresa's parents, and they were the first couple to be canonized together as saints. And I just think that's amazing. We have so much to learn from them, their relationship and how, and their family life and how they raised their girls. And the last patron saint I have for the BLVED Collective is St. Edith Stein. She was an incredible woman, super smart, and she wrote on women, and her teachings really influenced the way that I see myself as a woman and how I see how I can help others, specifically women in this life. So those are the patron saints for the BLVED Collective, and I cannot wait to share them with you. When we talk about relationships and life in general and marriage specifically, there's a lot of confusion in today's world surrounding all of these topics. And a lot of that comes from the devil and his lies that he throws into the culture. And he does a couple of things when he tries to get us off our track. One, he inputs so much noise that we're so confused. There's so many voices out there. You don't know who to listen to, and everyone's saying, well, make up your own mind and make up your own truth, right? And so it's really hard to kind of decipher the truth through all of that. And the second thing that he does is that once you kind of find the truth and grab onto it and hold on to and anchor yourself in the truth, he makes you feel like you're the only one who believes this and the only one fighting for this, when that is plainly not true. But he creates this illusion of isolation around you that makes you think that you're alone in this, and that makes you give up that much quicker. But I'm here to tell you that you are not alone in running towards the truth. I'm right there alongside of you, and I know for a fact that there are many other people just like you and me who are running to the truth together. Now, what's crazy to me is that although marriage happens to be the natural vocation, right? Most people will get married. The preparation for other vocations is so much more intense than the preparation that the church proposes for marriage, which is crazy given the fact that most people will get married. If you look at it, I mean, I'm generalizing here, but on average, it takes about 4 to 6 years in a seminary for priestly formation. And again, around 6 to, I want to say, 8 years for a young woman who is entering religious life to be prepared for their vocations. Now, that preparation prepares them really well for their states of life and the tasks and things that they need to do. And so it's great that they have that. But looking at what the church requires for marriage, it's on average about 6 weeks. 6 weeks, and that is just plainly not enough. From all the things that I learned in my many years of grad school and learning this from top to bottom, I can say that 6 weeks is far from enough. We should be preparing every single day of our lives until and including while we are married. So I think it's super important to extend that time of preparation, and that's why I've created some of my programs. Made Beloved is my Proximate marriage preparation program, which I dive deep into marriage and all of the topics surrounding it. It's a 12-week program, so again, not much longer than 6 weeks, but it doubles it. And I made it particularly with single people and dating couples in mind, because this is going to be the pre-preparation. All these things are so good to know, like I mentioned before, as a single person or as a dating person, to learn these things because they'll help form yourself and help form your relationships moving forward. So, I mean, I guess all this stuff could be very useful at any point, right? Even a couple who's been married 30 years could find this information useful, but I particularly wanted to bring it to this demographic who I think personally is underserved in the church today. So that's what I'm doing about it, and let it be known that this is not where I end. There's so much more coming for marriage preparation and things like that, just serving the church in marriage from me and from the BLVED Collective. This, for example, is a great example of what is coming and what will continue to flow from the Holy Spirit through me and what I've been given as a mission here on this earth. There are other things that I offer at the BLVED Collective, such as life formation coaching for young women. I think it's really important when we're in the life coaching space to be working with somebody who has the same faith as you. A lot of life coaches out there are new agey and have lots of interesting spiritualities going on. But if you're a young Catholic woman, you should be searching for somebody who is also Catholic, because the whole person, right? You're talking about life coaching, you're talking about the whole person, includes your faith and your spiritual life. So I think it's super important. That's why I offer it. I find it just so incredibly amazing and beautiful and life-giving. I also offer mentoring. So if life coaching isn't really your style, but you're more looking for mentoring, I offer that, and we have different programs for that. So one-on-one, but also group mentoring, which is by far one of my favorite things. It's so fun. And like I mentioned, I also offer Made Beloved, which is my Proximate marriage preparation program. And you guys, when I tell you this is where we are at here at the BLVED Collective, this is it. This is the pinnacle. This is what my education has brought forth, and I am just so excited to share this with you and with the world to help form young Catholics in the truth. That's my tagline here at the BLVED Collective, and I just am so happy to be able to hand on the amazing truths of the Catholic Church that I've been blessed to receive in my education and formation onto the next generation. This is what I'm doing, and I want you to be a part of it. So I'm going to ask you to do something for me really quick. I'm going to ask you to go to my website. It's called thebelvedcollective.com. Beloved is spelled BLVED. Kind of fun, kind of catchy. Catch on to it. Go to thebelvedcollective.com and check out all the things that I offer. I have a digital shop with lots of prints and things like that. I have a bunch of freebies on there. One which I find super, super fun is I created a freebie that's called 68 questions to ask your significant other. So it's talking about different stages you are in ways, questions to ask while you're getting to know somebody, questions to ask while you're dating, questions to ask when you're married, all of these fun things, super, super fun. So you can go ahead and download that free resource that I created for you guys. And please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions, want to learn something new, or just want to connect. Reach out. I'm on all the platforms. You can tune in on Instagram at the BLVED Collective, on here on podcasts, Dear BLVED, and on YouTube. I can't wait to hear from you. So please reach out with your questions, comments, anything at all. Until next time.